I'm Brittany Locke. Wasn't born in Lynchburg, but I have lived in Forest for most of my life. My family lives here. My brother lives in Forest, and sister-in-law and my parents live in Forest. I have 3 children, Morgan, Peyton, and Jordan. I got diagnosed with pancreatic cancer in December of 2024. My skin started to turn yellow, and I didn't know what was going on, but I obviously knew something was not correct. And at first they thought that it was my gallbladder and my bile duct being blocked. Then to find out after scans that I had pancreatic cancer. I have had strong faith throughout this. God is my everything. I have relied on Him throughout this entire journey. I realize that I'm on borrowed time. Most people with this disease do not last as long as I have. I feel great. My attitude has been very positive. I have had an outpouring of support, and especially from my family and close friends. So after I got diagnosed, I got sent to Roanoke Memorial to have a stent put in my bile duct. Then from there, I went on to chemotherapy for 6 treatments, a really strong chemotherapy that made me not feel so great. And then I qualified for the Whipple surgery, which is, you hope, is a curative measure. I had the Whipple surgery May 1st of 2025, went through that wonderfully, and then followed up with 6 more rounds of strong chemotherapy, and I completed therapy in September of 2005. At that point, I was in remission for approximately 2.5 months, and then I noticed some signs that were coming back. Had some tests done. January, I met with my surgeon, and after having an MRI, the lesions had moved to my liver. So at that point, now I went from a stage 1 or 2 to a stage 4, which is very dangerous, very hard to treat. I continued chemotherapy at that point up until April of 2026, at which point I stopped all treatment because the chemotherapy was not working. At this moment, we have met with an oncologist in Fairfax, Virginia, and we are going to be starting a trial tomorrow, which we really hope works, and we're hopeful. And my family and my daughter are going with me to that. So we will be in Northern Virginia for 3 days. Prior to that, we've been to Texas to MD Anderson to meet with doctors there. We've also been to Jacksonville, Florida to meet doctors at the Mayo Clinic. If this trial does not work, we will go to Plan B. As far as the treatment goes, I have tolerated it pretty well, all things considered. So I'm very thankful for that. again, the Lord has been right beside me the entire time. There's obviously been times where I've been sad and tearful, but overall, this experience has really changed my life for the better. In a way that I used to put a lot of focus on my appearance. And, basically I've been stripped of the way I used to look, and I will never look that way again. And things that I used to take for granted are really important. The small things. I mean, I plant flowers in the yard. I visit with friends, even a trip to Lowe's with my brother, or, someone stopping by to say hello. I did completely lose my hair. That was devastating, to say the least. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's okay, because I'm still here, living, breathing, thriving. I'm absolutely humbled that Zytel has decided to do this golf tournament in honor of me. There are just not enough words to say how thankful and appreciative I am for that. My medical bills have been outrageous, are outrageous. Travel, meal expenses, gas, airplane flights, you name it. I mean, it all costs money, right? And I haven't been able to work in 1.5 years. And this is absolutely humbling that people would come out to a golf tournament to support me. And I would just really appreciate continued prayers throughout the continuing days of treatment. And my goal is to be in complete remission. I was actually talking to the owner of Zytel this past week, and my desire was to do the Lord's work. After all, I have no evidence of disease. And I kept praying for the Lord to give me an answer, and I know He shows up in ways that we never expect. And so in that conversation, it just came to me, and I had the Holy Spirit reach me. And I have decided to make it one of my goals to work for this foundation, for other people that are going through similar things. There will be continued benefits for other people, and I would like to be able to help them and guide them through their journey. Because when I started this journey, thank God I've never been through this, I did not know what to do, where to turn, who to call, what was supposed to be done. And there are a lot of avenues and information and treatment and testing that can be done to help you move forward. But you have to find it, because it's not just given to you. It's not thrown in your face. You have to do your research and due diligence. And I can't tell you the amount of hours that I've been on the phone, on the computer, researching. My parents have been on the phone, on the computer, researching everything they possibly could to help me continue my journey, and keep me alive. Because, again, I am on borrowed time, and I just want to thank everyone for coming out and supporting me. Thank you.